The Lawrence County Sheriff's Department is giving 2 deputies recommendations for proactive policing that leads to the arrest of a wanted ex-con and the quick return of a stolen piece of construction equipment. Andy Cordan has been looking into this story and joins us with the latest. Andy?
Hey there, Mark. You know, this all went down around 1 o'clock in the morning in Lawrence County, and that is where 2 deputies are parked on the side of the road when suddenly a suspicious vehicle towing construction equipment rolls right by. This is the moment that Lawrence County deputies stop Kenneth Workman.
Yeah, I seen y'all. I said, yep, they didn't pull me over.
The 51-year-old ex-con is towing a skid steer that investigators say is stolen.
That's kind of odd, you know. I didn't know it was that late, sir.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, sir, I didn't know it was that late.
After they get him to the jail, that's when he finally fesses up that, yeah, I stole that skid steer.
According to Sheriff John Meyers, this case comes together because his deputies are thinking proactively, questioning why a multi-$1,000 piece of construction equipment is rolling by at 1 in the morning.
The one deputy looked at the other deputy and he said, hey, I just saw that same truck parked down the road and I thought it was just broke down and it didn't have a skid steer on it.
And then all of a sudden he comes past us with a skid steer on it that ain't even tied down. There's no strap or nothing, and it's on a 12-foot trailer.
News 2 has learned that Kenneth Workman is an ex-con, sentenced to 12 years in prison for the sale of methamphetamines. He's currently on parole. According to Sheriff John Meyers, Workman has warrants for his arrest for a domestic violence incident.
It's in the o'clock, bro.
Oh, sorry.
You got warrants.
I got warrants.
Yep.
And he has multiple weapons inside of his truck, including this loaded AR-15.
Loaded to the gills, too, buddy. Loaded to the gills, too.
I mean, it's just good police work. This is exactly the kind of stuff that I push on my guys. Make sure you're out there. Make sure you're being observant.
Just take me to jail. Y'all ain't gonna believe nothing I say anyway.
And be looking to be proactive. You know, don't be reactive. Don't just sit and wait for a call to come. You can take a report. Let's practice crime prevention techniques.
Now, not only was Workman charged with theft of that equipment and unlawful possession of a firearm by an ex-con, but he reportedly tried to smuggle meth into the jail. That's another felony. Send it back to you.
Andy, thank you. According to the Department of Corrections, Workman was released on parole May last year. For the last 9 months, he's been compliant with the conditions of his parole.